Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Jiffy, and welcome to the first episode of This Is Interesting, a podcast where we tell you what we think is interesting in the world of entertainment, news, sports, and pretty much anywhere we can find it. As always, I am joined by my man Jay. What's going on, Jay?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, Jay, before we begin, would you like to tell the people what day we're recording this?
This would be a Monday.
And when are we supposed to record these, Jay? Just curious.
Usually Sunday.
What happened, Jay? Why didn't we record on Sunday?
I got a little hammered on Saturday. And there was no way I could do this yesterday.
My man texted me at I text him at 12:30, and he was in the middle of texting me saying, "Hey, bud, I'm laying on the couch and I just can't do this." So, but we're here on a Monday, and it's all good. You guys are listening to this on a Tuesday, and let's get right into it. How are things today? You feeling better?
Yeah, I'm feeling much better today. Yesterday
Right,
would have been
good.
just bad.
That's just straight bad. It would have been a good introduction.
I
to
would have
the,
definitely been less boring than normal.
less more. How are the
more boring than normal? Wow, maybe I'm
people
still kind of messed up.
You might be. The people want to know how goes the Tesla shopping?
So far I have $0 saved up, so yeah,
not
it's
good.
not going yet.
Not good.
You got me for a
I
while.
got it. Interesting. So, no pun intended. Speaking of that, I'm curious. So the only way that we could really start this podcast is by asking the question, how do you say interesting? Do you say interesting or do you say interesting?
Honestly, I don't know, because I
It's
knew
tough,
I knew
right?
you were going to ask this question, and like when I think about it, I say interesting, but I don't know if that's how I actually say it. So you're going to have to like catch me later in the podcast where I say the word interesting, and we'll see how
Right,
I actually say it.
So in pre-production practice behind closed doors, I was saying interesting, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I feel as though in conversation, I would be like, "Whoa, that's really interesting," but I just said interesting. It's this weird word that it's kind of like tomato, you know?
Yeah.
You say what you say. But with that out of the way, we're going to start the first segment. This segment we are going to be calling What's Interesting. So because this is the first episode, we'll give a little bit of a detail of what this section is going to be about. So in this section, me and Jay are going to kind of go back and forth, or how we discussed before we recorded. We're just going to go back and forth and figure out, like, you know, or however we discussed, like I said, of things we think are interesting. And today, I'm going to start us off. So I want to say last weekend, I went to go get a massage with the couples massage with the wife. And we got there, and the place, by the way, is magical. By the way, it is like Jesus, man. Like, you're stepping into heaven, bro. and so we're there, and they give you these papers where they have you fill out these pamphlets, and like you have to write, you know, your obviously things like your name, your sex, blah blah blah. But then they go into detail, like, so how much pressure would you like to apply? Would you like low, medium, high, or like deep? And I was really tempted to do the deep, and thank God I didn't, because let me tell you, they also asked you on on the paper, are there any areas of your body that you don't want us to touch? And I was like, well, you could stay away from my ankles, because my ankles are like brittle. And you could stay away from my face, because you don't need to be touching that. And so but everything else was on limits. So we go into and then the thing I forgot to mention is we're sitting there waiting, and I have to pee like really bad, and I keep telling the ladies, I'm like, yo, I gotta go to the bathroom. Like, we gotta hurry this up, because I'm gonna piss myself here.
Is that how you
goes,
actually
yeah.
address them? Were you just like, yo? Is that how you address them?
It might have been a little less. It might have been a little less. It might have been a little more formal.
Okay.
Be like, excuse me, ma'am, I really have to use the urinals. I have to go pee pee. And so, but before that, they were like, hey, so would you like to try cupping? And I'm like, I know what cupping is. And so I was like, yeah. I said, but did I put it on my, did I put it on that part of the procedure? And she goes, no, it's free. And I'm like, and the wife immediately was like, nope, I'm good. And I'm like, free? Hell yeah. I'm like, sign me up for cupping. So we get to the room, but before that, I should describe the bathroom. So literally, you walk through this like this area where there's boxes that are like standing up down a long ass hallway, and there's a little opening, and to the right it looks like a table where like you would chop up like, I don't know, a cow. And it was the weirdest back room nightmare from hell. But the bathroom was ocean themed. It was quite adorable, I tell you. So anyway, fast forward to the part of this story that's most interesting. We get the massage, and the lady who was massaging me, bro, she was Satan. I swear to God, Satan was massaging me. She was torturing me. It wasn't a massage. She was taking her elbow, and she was going in the creases of my back, and it hurt like hell, and I was crying like a bitch. I think I can say that. I might have to censor that out. I was crying like a bitch, and then she's like, okay, we're going to try the cups. So she takes these cups, and she suction cups them onto my skin. And all I hear is clip, 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 clip. And she goes, 4. How does that feel, honey? And I'm like dying. I'm like, it feels like you're ripping my skin. And she goes, 4 is probably too hard. How about 2? So yes, after getting about 25 cups, I looked like I was like I looked like a baking pan, and you were cooking pepperonis. That's how my back looked when we were finished.
They looked like gigantic round hickeys. Like the darkest hickeys you've ever seen in your life is what his back looked like.
It's funny because I had one on my neck, and I swear, going into work all week was whoa, what happened to your neck? And I'm just like it's not what you think. Said it's cups, and then I show him my back, and it's like, oh my God. Yeah, I was, telling some people it was like leprosy or something, It's part of like this stage of leprosy where they where you start to get these big giant pepperonis all over. I still have marks from them.
Really?
Yes, and it's been well over a week. But I will tell you, people, you ever get a chance to go do cupping, it hurts at first, but afterwards my back feels like I feel like I'm 12 again. And I can climb up anything until I start bending my knees, and then it's like, oh, go home, you're old. That was interesting. So with that being said, Jay, that's actually pretty much all I have from this past week or so. We actually talked about something in pre-production. We were going to talk about, and I'll just mention it now, we were going to talk about Paul Pierce, how he got fired from ESPN because he Instagram lived himself having fun. And I'm just like, ESPN, come on, man. Let the man have a little fun. Ain't nobody care about a dude eating wings getting a lap dance. Oh, no, he was playing poker getting a lap dance. Yeah, you should check the video out. If you have a chance, search up Paul Pierce Instagram Live. Yeah, it's a little much. But with that being said, Jay, what you got, man?
Well,
what's interesting?
I got some stuff. It's probably going to bring us down a little bit. Kind of some sad things the last couple weeks. The big one, which I'm sure everybody can figure out what that's going to be. But there was actually another death that happened on April 3rd. So do you remember from like the 90s Disney trailers, the guy who did the voiceovers for the trailers?
No. Stop.
Yes, he passed away on April 3rd.
Dude, that's crazy. So I wasn't a huge Disney guy. You know me as a person. You know me as a guy. I'm that guy who hasn't seen like 90% of the Disney movies out there, and I never really watched as a kid the Disney Channel, but I know the voice. And like you had mentioned something to me about it, and you were like, yeah, you're probably not gonna know who it is until I tell you. And Jesus, man, that's ridiculous. How old was he?
I don't remember. I think he was 81.
Nah, he lived a pretty long life. Disney, huh? Oh, we just watched.
Yeah, he was 81.
Yo, we just watched, we put on for Jonah. Did you see The Secret Life of Pets too?
No, I haven't seen that one yet.
Oh my god, dude, you have to watch it and then tell me how tell me how Max in the movie is just like my dog Jax. Every single thing, dude. Jax and Max are like identical dogs. Yeah, you got to see that movie. I don't think that's Disney though. I just segued so bad. Yeah, I segued really hard. That's nuts though.
I know, dude. Our childhood, we're getting old because our childhood is slowly dying. Slowly
dying. Speaking of dying, we talked about this not too long ago. What's the other interesting death that you want to put upon us?
Obviously, DMX. Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah, that happened on Friday.
So it's funny, right? Because I'm 30 and you're 30 something. I can't remember.
33.
33. And so yes, so it's interesting to me, DMX, right? Because I wasn't a huge DMX fan growing up, but I mean, there has to be, it's sad, dude, but there has to be a generation out there that doesn't know who DMX is, right? So a little history, and I'm doing this off the top of my head, but DMX was a rapper. Was it 90s? 2000s?
Yeah, I think he got started in like 91.
Right. And I mean, if you haven't heard of DMX, just listen to the song X Gon' Give It To You, and you're going to know pretty much everything that you need to know about the guy. He was all about improv, and he did the dog barks that I did. I did the roof. That was all about DMX. And yeah, he sadly, overdosed, right? And was in the hospital forever?
He said a heart attack from possible overdose. I don't think that was actually confirmed yet.
Right. The way I saw it was I was scrolling through Twitter, and I saw that his family announced he was dead, but it wasn't official. And then I guess like 24 hours later, it was official.
Yeah.
But yeah, for those of you younger audience, who listening to this, if you don't know who DMX is, go, his music is is hard the proper word to use. It's like, it's not like listening to, so who's someone they know, like Eminem. He's different from Eminem. He's more of a, he's more of a, he's got a harder like flavor to his music, but his music was good.
It was.
Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of his, but I know who he was, and when he died, it hit me a little bit where it was kind of like, damn, I'm getting old, and he was only 50.
Yeah.
And what did you tell me? How many kids does he have?
Oh, dude, he has like 15 kids. It's crazy.
Can you do me a favor?
Huh?
Can you look up the ages of these kids? I'm just curious how a man has, like, let me know when you find it. I'm just curious how a man has 15 kids, right? If it's too much, try and find, like, is it with one wife? Like, is it with one girl?
Let's try to find it. While I'm looking for this, so what's the first song that you think of when you think of DMX? Because there's one that pops into my head every single time I think of DMX.
X Gon' Give It To You.
All right, mine's actually different. Mine's Party Up.
Oh, that's a really good one.
Yeah, like DMX, that's the first song that comes to my head. And I'll be listening that when I'm 80 years old. I don't care.
Yes. Rest in peace, X. I'm looking it up right now. I'm actually looking up on Spotify his Spotify where y'all can rate, review, and subscribe. You know, like, hey, hit us up on a follow. Spotify, Apple, Google, wherever you guys get your podcasts, we're there. Rate us 5 stars, because if you rate us 4, I mean, thank you too. I appreciate that. Even if you rate us 1 star, thank you for taking the time to rate us. How's the kids searching going, by the way?
All right, I think I found a list of all the kids here.
I don't need names. I just need numbers, by the way.
Okay. That's good, because there are some interesting names I'll probably not say correctly.
Then on second thought, maybe. While you do that, I'll look up kids' names so that you don't have to butcher yourself. Just read some of these ages off. I'm just curious how close they are.
So he has one kid that's going to be 5 this year.
Oh wow! So he had a kid at 45.
Another one should be about 10.
Huh.
Another one that's 28.
Jeez.
Wow.
Oh, some of these
20.
some of these aren't bad.
There was just like one that I saw so far.
I'm looking at Tacoma, right? Simmons is the last name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tacoma Simmons, Xavier Simmons, Sean Simmons, Praise Mary Ella Simmons. I'm not laughing. Praise. Listen, DMX, you have that clout when you can name your kids, you know. Like, I mean, shoot, kids' names. Freaking, what is it? Blue Carter Ivy, or Ivy Carter Blue? What the hell is Jay-Z's kid's name?
Yeah, something like that.
Ivy. I know. I'm gonna.
Blue Ivy Carter.
Blue Ivy Carter, right? Yeah.
Yep.
It's like, jeez, man. Like Blue Ivy, and then don't get me started with Kanye West and his kids.
I was just about to say that.
Because if he has another kid, it's got to be named West. West. Oh man, I'm just looking through like a Wikipedia history of DMX right now. Not exactly what I was trying to. Not exactly what I was looking for. I was looking for a kids list, but it didn't give me the information I was looking for. But you found pretty much most of them. So they're like from ages 5 to 28.
So we have like 5 to 28, and then this article says there's 6 children outside of the one marriage, so not much is known about the other kids. So
so it's 2 marriages.
Yeah.
Wow. Because listen, me and the wife, I don't know about you and your significant other, but me and the wife talked about we had a conversation about kids, right? And we had the conversation before having the first child and then after having the first child. And let me tell you, those conversations are different. You go from, well, maybe we'll have 3 to, you know what? If this doesn't get any better, we're having 1, and that's it. Like, that's all we're having. You got anything else you want to say on Jay-Z? Or Jay-Z, Jesus, DMX. My God.
Neither one. I'm good.
That was interesting.
Now, we are going to do Jay's tech segment, which is a work in progress name. I don't have a name for it yet, so it's just Tech with Jay. And this segment is because Jay is kind of he's a techie dude, and what we're going to be doing this segment is he's going to bring us as many tech things as he can find, and he'll bring some information, some articles, he'll educate us, and we'll see what it brings. So what in the world of tech, what do you got for us, Jay, in the world of tech, my man?
Well, to start, we have some trouble in Apple's App Store recently. There's been a few dozen apps, fraudulent apps discovered in the App Store.
Oh, Jesus.
And these apps were like being advertised on social media, Facebook, Instagram. They had fake 5-star reviews.
These weren't quiet apps.
No, these were out there. They were all kinds of. There was picture editor apps, image manipulator apps, face filter, QR code, fortune telling, astrology apps, like all kinds of stuff. And these apps had subscriptions attached to them too, so people were getting charged like over $300 some annually for using these apps. And I also asked for credit card information too. So
oh jeez. So Apple, right? This big corporation. You can't even trust, and I guess it's not Apple's fault, right?
No.
Because anybody can make an app. You and me can make an app and throw it in the Apple store and just be like, "Hey, here's our app."
They do have a very strict review process, though, so I'm kind of surprised there was that many.
That's what I've heard. I'm slumped, dude, because I didn't even know about that. Now, I don't have Apple. I have a Samsung phone, but it makes me think if Apple's got these issues, like Apple is this big, Samsung is a big company, but they're not as big as Apple. And so, like, if Apple has these issues, what the hell is, like, going on under the table at Samsung? Like, I could just be, that's so fast. Astrology apps.
I know, it's just so random. It could be anything.
Like, hey, we'll give you a daily astrology, only $6.99 weekly. And then it's just like you wake up in the morning and it's like, okay, Sagittarius, you're going to be grumpy today. And it's like, oh, that's it? All right. All right. What else you got?
Anyways, moving on. Actually, this is kind of sad too.
Oh, Jesus.
LG is shutting down their mobile phone division.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I never had an LG, but I knew they were hella popular.
I think the only recent LGs I had were actually Google Nexus phones, which is what they were doing before the Pixel. So I don't really have any like experience with their actual phones.
Yeah, the Pixel. What's their most popular phone? Like they have phones out now, right? And so they're just
LG?
They're just gonna stop.
Yep. So they're gonna support whatever phones they have out now, and then that's it.
Oblivion, jeez.
But do you remember, like, LG used to be like back? They were on the top back in the day. Remember the LG chocolate?
Yeah. God, we're old. There's a lot of people in like listening with their headphones on, and they're just like LG chocolate. They're looking it up. Dude.
Yeah, they're like, what the hell is that?
What the hell is that, bro? I'm about to actually look that up real quick. Because I know it, but like let me.
You don't remember what it looked like? I never had it because I think it was like a Verizon exclusive, possibly.
Right.
I always had T-Mobile growing up.
I never had a cell phone until I was like 17. First off, I'm 30, so like you, I grew up in an age before cell phones.
Yes.
Or they had cell phones, but they were the big like brick phones that you'd see like the army dudes using. And so I just grew up and we never, my stepdad never got us phones because we never needed them because we knew better to leave, to where we lived in the apartment. We knew better than to leave like the window sight.
Yeah.
Because then we get our ass kicked. And so ass kicking, can't do that now. God forbid you take 9 months to birth a child and hey, don't touch your kid. He or she might be a little too. So I'm not going down that path. What else?
Yeah, I was about to pull you back from that.
Yeah. I almost. But podcast number 1, and I'm almost getting us flagged, and I'm like, let's try not to get.
Yeah. Anyways, back to LG. Yeah, it's kind of a shame. LG did all kinds of crazy stuff. Like, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about, but their like most recent crazy phone was called the LG Wing.
I'm looking it up.
And so basically from the front it looked like a normal phone, but the screen, you could actually flip the screen around, and then there was a smaller screen underneath.
Bro, it's kind of like what Samsung's doing with the Flip.
Oh yeah, with the Z Flip.
The Z Flip, where which basically it's just a flip phone. It's going backwards, and I'm like, yo, I want it. But like,
it's a shame, but they did crazy stuff like that all the time, and now there's not going to be that
and now they're gonna go bye-bye. Yeah, I was
Yep.
gonna say the Pixel, right? That's their big like money like you. Did I say did you find out maybe why are they in financial trouble or
Their phones haven't turned a profit since 2014.
oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Their statement was their decision says the decision to exit the incredibly competitive mobile phone sector will enable the company to focus resources and growth such as electrical vehicle components, connected devices, smart homes, robotics, artificial intelligence, and business-to-business solutions, as well as platforms and services. So they're pretty much getting rid of mobile phones so they can concentrate on everything else.
Yeah, everything else. Okay. Well, that's good. All right. Well, what's next?
And then I have one more thing.
Okay.
You were actually kind of talking to me about this.
Oh,
You had
yeah.
mentioned the PS5 shortage, which is
Yes.
actually part of something way bigger. There's actually a chip shortage, like the processors that go into devices.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
actually a huge shortage, so it's not just affecting the PS5, it's affecting actually cars now, since they're becoming more like computers.
Oh, Jesus.
Cars, mobile phones. Google just announced that their Pixel 5a 5G upcoming launch will only launch in the US and Japan because of the shortage, when that would have released
wow.
worldwide.
Right, because I sent this over to you because because I knew of that deeper meaning, right? So yeah, so I heard from somewhere that these chips they not only use them in there, but like they use these chips in like the Xbox, the Switch uses these chips. Like you said, cars are using these chips,
Yep.
phones are using these chips, and there's a chip shortage. Not to mention the fact that I would like to just put a call out to scalpers out there. If you are a scalper or you bought from a scalper, I would like you to just know that you are an asshole. Okay. That is my public service announcement to scalpers and people of that industry. But I will just let you know that there could possibly be a Jiffy rant coming to you very soon on this issue. Or not. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Anything else in the tech world, Jay?
Nope, that's all I got.
All right. And we will be back after, well, we don't have any messages, so we'll be back.
That was interesting.
So this next segment that we're going to be doing is called Did You Know? And it's basically a segment that we created where we're trying to, like, educate you on things that you probably won't know. And we'll, yeah, that's pretty much the concept of this thing. So we'll each bring our own thing. So, Jay, did you know that snails take the longest naps? They can nap up to 3 years.
Is that really a nap, though? Isn't that sleeping? Isn't that hibernating?
Damn, I don't know. So wait, hold on. I just thought about this. Maybe it's a 3-year nap. So maybe they really sleep for like 10 years. Could you imagine though, going to lay down and then like, okay, it's 2021 and I'm gonna go take a nap, and then you wake up in 2024.
I wish I could have done that last year.
Yeah. Oh God. We don't have enough podcasts for
No.
last year. What you got, Jay?
So, did you know that in Epcot at the Morocco Pavilion, there is a penis-shaped pillar?
No, I did not know that, but Google Images is about to.
So look that up. And then I have another did you know? Did you know I had no idea about that? Despite being a huge Disney fan, I just found out. And the only
What?
reason I found out is because there's apparently construction walls up around it right now, and it's probably being changed.
What did you say? It's the Disney.
Morocco Pavilion.
Morocco Pavilion penis.
Yeah.
I don't know how to spell pavilion. Maybe the image will
Yeah,
just
you
pop
should
up.
find it.
There's no way. So there's a penis in it. What am I looking for? I'm just gonna type in penis in Google.
I'm guessing you saw it.
Yes, I did. I did. Oh
I can't believe I didn't know about this before.
Okay, so I went to Disney 11 years ago, right? And I don't remember this, but I feel as though, wow. If you get a chance to, listeners, I would suggest you look up the Disney, type in Google Disney Epcot Morocco Pavilion penis, just like that. And wow, I could understand why they are renovating it.
But I mean, that's been there for so long. It's apparently a huge photo spot.
Yes, I'm seeing people taking pictures next to it. They should just leave it. I mean, I know that the mouse, is very much against, that kind of stuff. Got to keep the image alive, people, especially in 2021. It's the funniest thing, though, that, I wonder who found it. And, I wonder what their stories are. I wonder if I can figure that out. Who found the Morocco Pavilion penis? Disney. I don't know if anything's gonna pop up. Alright, let me go to all hidden penis at Epcot.
I just found a picture of that with Bernie Sanders sitting with the mittens on. Yeah.
So here's an article from 7 days ago. Is Disney circumcising Epcot's Moroccan member?
Oh, I love that headline.
Well, that was awkward.
This next part of the podcast is the question of the week, where this time it's going to be a little different, but the idea behind this is we're going to bring up a random question. It's going to be something like what's your favorite color, but it's not going to be exactly what your favorite color is. Mine is red, if you were wondering. Jay?
Blue.
Okay. Anyway, it's not going to be that simple, but it's going to be a weird question. It's going to be something like, and it won't be this either, it'll be like, if you could choose one superpower, what would it be? And so that's kind of the idea behind this segment. But today, I found this right before we started. And so you ever do something?
I've done a lot of things.
And you go, touche. You ever so like you do something and you go, wow, that was like, it's like the saying of kind of like, that was as easy as sliced bread, right? Okay, so the question I have for the week is, we've been saying that was as easy as sliced bread forever. What came before that saying? And so I did some digging, and I found this out, right? It goes, I'll just read you exactly, I just Googled what came before the saying, it's better than sliced bread. That's all I Googled, and this is what I came up with. It says, the advertisement read, the greatest forward step in the baking industry since bread was wrapped. This is believed to be the origin of the far better known saying we know today, the best thing since sliced bread, but also suggests that before sliced bread, the best thing was, in fact, wrapped bread. So, going forward, everyone, when you say, wow, the best thing since sliced bread, now, don't even scratch that. Next, just say to your random people, like, you be in a conversation, and you be like, wow, that was the best thing since wrapped bread. Just to get everyone's example. The best thing since wrapped bread. That's the best I could come up with of the origins of sliced bread. You got anything for that? Because
no,
that's pretty much all I got. That was interesting. Okay, and here we go. This is generally, I don't know if things will change in the future, but this is generally going to be the final segment of every podcast, and it is a segment that I am calling Jiffy's Rant. I am one of a person who, as if you guys seen my YouTube channel, I have a easy will to talk, but not only talk, but I can kind of portray my thoughts in like a really aggressive and meaningful way. And if I get on rants, people who know me as a type of person who, and this isn't a flex, but it kind of is, as a person who can kind of just, I just kind of go. And so the Jiffy Rant segment is something that I am going to be going off on. It could be, I guess occasionally maybe I'll throw in something good that I like or something that something did. But for the most part, no. These are things that piss me off. And today, people who piss me off, the first rant, this is going into the archives and the Hall of Fame of This Is Interesting, are people who don't use turn signals. Let me explain something to you people, okay? And I know the argument that people are going to give. They're going to say, oh, well, Jiffy, I know where I'm going. Yeah, no shit you know where you're going, dude. But I'm behind you, and I don't know where you're going. So how about you turn a turn signal on, right? And get, I should also mention, people who turn the turn signal on right before they turn, no. I need you to turn that turn signal on at least 10 seconds before you turn so that I have enough time to stop. Because if I don't have enough time to stop, now I'm pushing hard on my brakes, my head jerks, my neck hurts, and, you know, I'm in a situation where now I'm pissed off, and I'm probably flipping you the bird and saying MF for this and MF for that, and I just don't want to do that. So turn a turn signal on. And no, I should also mention, people who turn into the turn lane and then turn your turn signal on, no, that's not how turn signals work. You already made a turn, you moron. So do me a favor, people driving, turning, turn your turn signals on. Use them in advance. Yes, you know where you're going. That's fantastic. I don't know where you're going, nor do I care where you're going. But just turn a turn signal on. Or expect to see a Jiffypop bird in your rear view mirror. Jay, you got anything?
I'll say one thing. I don't always use my turn signals going into a turning lane. Because I don't think it's that important. It's such a small turn. It doesn't matter. Yeah.
I got nothing for you. This podcast is canceled.
I'm just drifting into the next lane. It's not necessary.
I'm just a very brittle person, okay? I'm very angry on the inside. I'm the type of passive person. I don't generally like to show that much emotion, but it's just things that grind my gears. So yeah, just use a turn signal, people. It's not that difficult. But with that being said, you guys reached the end of the podcast, and I appreciate you guys for listening. I hope you guys were entertained as much as we were. It was an interesting podcast. Going forward, we actually are working, and we might have a special guest for episode 2. Whoa! That's all I can say, because I don't know if it's gonna happen. It probably won't, but just keep your ears open for that. In the future, we are working to get to a place where you guys can not only listen to us if you feel like, but you can also watch us. We're going to be working so that I can post these on YouTube, and you guys will be able to watch us in our environments as we laugh, giggle, talk, and generally do things that, for those who like a visual experience more than like a listening experience. Slight pause because I'm having a brain fart. With all that being said, Jay, you good? You got anything else for the people?
I'm good.
Don't forget, if you haven't already, please rate, review, and subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe 5 stars, and if you don't feel like subscribing 4 stars, just don't forget to rate stars in general. I don't know how the star system works, but if it works anything like I think it works, anything above 2 stars is probably good. I would
go
think,
with that,
right? But hey, rate 5 stars rate 5 stars, because if people are scrolling through and they see, ooh, that's an ugly podcast, 2.5 stars, who knows? People might be into that, But just rate us how you feel. Check out my YouTube channel, Jiffypop TV. I am Jiffypop of Jiffypop TV. Also check out Blinks TV on Twitch. Blinks TV.twitch/ whatever. I don't know how Twitch works. He's also part of Jiffypop TV. Jay, check him out on the podcast. That's about where you can check him out. And with that being said, thank you guys for listening. And until we meet again, I'll see you guys in a jiff.
Bye.
That was interesting.